Hi everyone, this is Kristen with the Tech Reviewer, and today I'm here with a bunch of iPhone 14 Pro cases from TORRAS. So this is my first experience with the TORRAS brand, and so far I'm really quite impressed. So these cases are all slim, lightweight. Most of them are crystal clear to show off your iPhone. They're MagSafe, they've got 10 feet of drop protection, and what's really special about them is that they have an embedded ring stand in here. So this will work as a ring holder as well as a stand. It's adjustable to various angles and it folds out of the way when not in use. It's not going to interfere with Qi wireless charging or MagSafe charging. And overall, I think it's just a really cool feature. Let's take a closer look at these cases on my iPhone 14 Pro in gold. Starting off first with TORRAS's newest case model for the iPhone 14 Pro, the UPro Ostand Hue. We got 3 out of the 4 available colors to show you today. So we got the green, the pink, and the orange. There's also a black color available. The orange is probably the most special because out of the 3 that I have here, this is the only one that has a color-matched ring on the back. The others have silver rings. But other than that, they all have the same features. So they got the same 10 feet of drop protection, crystal clear back to show off your iPhone, color matched rim around the sides and color matched buttons, and a color matched ring around the camera. So really lovely cases. Again, the other colors are beautiful as well. They just don't have that color matched ring on the back. And of course the ring, as I mentioned before, is a ring stand as well as a ring holder. Really cool, adjustable, various angles, very convenient, and perhaps best of all, folds completely flat when you are not using it. Putting this case on your phone is very easy. Just start on your left-hand side and then clip on your right-hand corners. This is easy on, easy off. So in terms of fit, I think we have a good fit overall. You do have a little bit of give here on the sides and a tiny bit over your port openings, but overall I think we have quite a good fit here. As far as the amount of lip is concerned, you still have a small amount of lip on here, even if you have a tempered glass screen protector on your phone, which I do. This is a Casetify tempered glass screen protector that I have on my phone. So even with this, you do have lip to protect your screen, so that's excellent. Everything has a very nice feel here. These TPU sides give you some grip. This is still not exactly a grippy case, but it's not a super slippery case either. Overall, I think everything looks very good. Looking down here at our port openings, we've got symmetrical port openings for an asymmetrical port design, so that's unfortunate. Ideally, this side should be smaller to accommodate the asymmetrical design of the ports on the phone, but it's not a huge deal. And as far as lightning cables, you shouldn't have any issue with many third-party lightning cables because this area is really quite large, so you shouldn't worry about that. Going up the sides, so you can see we got this cool orange stripe here. It's embedded in the TPU sides. Very attractive look. I do worry that these TPU sides are going to turn yellow over time. That's always a hazard with this type of case. But the TPU does give you a reasonably pleasant feel in the hand, decent amount of grip. Going up here to our buttons. These are color matched and excellent, nice and clicky. Everything works great. And then going here to our mute switch area. No issues in accessing it. I don't think that this is a terribly small area. It's not huge, not small, kind of medium. And then going over here to the top, you can see again, we've got that color matched stripe of orange. Everything looks beautiful here. Looking at the view from the top, you can see the fit here with this Casetify screen protector. Everything fits well, and of course, you would have more lip if I didn't have the screen protector on here. Going over here to the side, another excellent button, beautifully color matched with the orange stripe on the side. Everything looks great. Looking at the back of the case, I'm loving the way this crystal clear material shows off my iPhone. I think it looks great on a gold iPhone. However, this type of material is going to show scratches relatively easily and show fingerprints, so you have to be aware of those downsides. However, it is not likely to yellow in the same way that the sides are over time, so that's a good thing. As far as protection for your rear camera, we've got a raised rim here that's going to provide good protection as long as you put this down on a flat surface. So no issues there. And of course we have this fantastic stand on here. So this just pulls up. You can adjust the angles. You can use this as a ring holder as well as a ring stand. It's reasonably stable. You can put it in landscape as well as portrait. You can change the orientation here. Overall, I think everything works quite well with it. Just depends upon what you want to do with it. I think perhaps the coolest thing about this is that it folds so nicely out of the way when you're not using it. It's not going to interfere with wireless charging or MagSafe charging. You've got nice strong magnets on here. So speaking of charging, you can see this here with Apple's MagSafe charger. Everything works very well. The only issue is that with some MagSafe accessories, this tends to lift up the ring a little bit when you take off the MagSafe accessory. I think that as long as you slide it off to the side, you're not going to have any issue with that. But if you just try to pull it straight up, it does it just a little bit. So of course you're going to be able to use this with other MagSafe accessories such as MagSafe wallets. So it's going to work well with Apple's MagSafe wallet. You can see here the hinge on the back tends to push some MagSafe accessories very slightly up. It's not an issue, obviously, with Apple's MagSafe charger because Apple's MagSafe charger is just going directly there on the ring. But you can see we got this slight raised hinge here. And so when you put a MagSafe accessory which extends down beyond that, it's pushed very slightly up. However, you've got quite strong magnets on here, so it really doesn't seem to cause a problem. The only thing that you notice is that accessories tend to slide more easily back and forth on the bottom because you don't have a positioning magnet here. But nice strong magnets, everything works well. So you've got this MagSafe power bank here by Banks. Does a good job. And again, no issues with the lifting as long as you push it off to the side. Removing this case from your phone is quite easy. Just start in your top right-hand corner, push that off, go down to your bottom right-hand corner, push that off, and then slide out your phone. So checking out the other two colors of the UPro Ostand Hue. So this one is the pink one. Really lovely case. Again, easy on, easy off. Once you got it on here, great look. I'm loving the pink stripe on the side. Got those matching pink buttons. Again, very nice clicky buttons. Everything looks beautiful. Very nice slim feel in the hand. Got that pleasant amount of TPU grip here on the sides. This is going to slide easily in and out of pockets and handbags, but it's still going to give you a decent amount of grip on the sides. I would never call this a grippy case, but it's not a terribly slippery one either because you do have those TPU sides. And then looking at the back, everything looks lovely. Again, got that silver ring here on the back rather than one which is color matched. Some people might prefer that look. All comes down to personal preference. But again, gotta love that ring. Very convenient, nice secure hold on the phone. And then it's just a great way to be able to use a nice convenient stand on your phone, which is not there all the time. Nice look here with accessories. Overall, just an outstanding case. Moving on to green. So, got a nice look here with the green and the gold. Super pretty case. This one might look the best on a gold iPhone. either that one or the orange. But again, I do wish that we had a color matched ring here on the back. But other than that, no concerns. The predecessor of the colorful UPro Ostand Hue cases that we were just looking at is the UPro Ostand, and I've got that in two colors here to show you today, the black and the clear. So these cases are very, very similar to the UPro Ostand Hue. So they're going to give you the same 10 feet of drop protection, got the same nice slim feel in the hand. These also have the same embedded ring grip here. So this can be a ring holder as well as a ring stand. Folds flat, folds a little bit better flat into the back of the case as opposed to the Hue version, just a little bit more flush, so that's good. Although the buttons on here are a slit button design as opposed to the floating button design that you have with the Hue. So the floating buttons are perhaps a little bit fancier, although I think usability-wise they're just about the same. The only issue with slit buttons is that you worry that dust or dirt could get in those little holes, whereas you don't have that problem with the floating button. And then for those of you that are really concerned about port openings, we've got asymmetrical port openings with the UPro Ostand, and the newer Hue version has the symmetrical port openings. You've also got a very slightly different arrangement with the amount of lip around the screen. Putting this case in your phone is extremely easy. Start on your left-hand side and then go and clip on your right-hand corners. Once on, we got a good fit on here, but you do have considerable give here on the sides, more than I would personally like. This is definitely on the looser side. In fact, I would say that it's looser than the UPro Ostand Hue cases we were looking at. However, it does have an advantage over those cases in the amount of lip that you have going around the screen, in that you have a higher lip in the corners. Not so much a higher lip around the sides. I think the side lip is going to be the same, but you can see our corners are just a little bit bigger on all four corners. I always think that's a good design, because it doesn't really make the case look any thicker, but it does provide more protection. Looking down at our port openings, you've got asymmetrical port openings for an asymmetrical port design. Everything is perfect there, and you're going to have plenty of space for most third-party lightning cables, so no problems. Going up the sides, got a little bit of TORRAS branding down here. The sides have a pleasant feel in the hand, a little tiny bit of texture, and you've got kind of a matte TPU feel here. Not terribly slippery, not hugely grippy either. And then going up here to our buttons, so you can see you got that slit button design. Potentially could get dirt or dust in here, but the buttons are quite responsive. And then no issues in accessing your mute switch. Looking at the view from the top, you can see we got a good fit on here, although I remain concerned about the amount of give on the sides here over your buttons. And then going to the side, our side button is quite responsive, although again, you do have that slit button design. Looking at the back of the case, I'm loving the way the translucent black looks on my gold iPhone. Really classy look there. So this type of material is going to show fingerprints and greasy smears quite easily. It's also going to scratch easily, so be aware of that. However, it's probably not going to turn yellow over time, and the sides, being dark black, are not going to turn yellow either. So those are definite pros of this type of color of a case. So looking here at the amount of protection for your rear camera, you should be in good shape there. No issues with lay on the table design, and you do have protection on all four sides. And as far as our ring is concerned, so you just pull this up when you want to use this as a ring holder. It's kind of large as a ring holder. I think it's better as a ring stand, but it does work as a ring holder in a pinch. But as a stand, works fantastically well, nice and sturdy, adjustable angles, and folds completely flush when not in use. The only thing which really sticks up is the hinge here, and it's quite slight. So as far as wireless charging, no issues. MagSafe charging, also great. There is no positioning magnet down here at the bottom though, so some types of MagSafe accessories might slide to the side a little bit. So you got to keep them straight, but the magnet at the top is quite strong, so that works really well. Here's your Apple MagSafe wallet and your Apple MagSafe charger. Nice tight connection here. And finally, a MagSafe power bank by Banks. Removing this from your phone is very easy because it's a pretty loose case. So no problems there. Looking at the clear version of the UPro Ostand case, this one is actually quite different than the black translucent version we were just looking at. So we don't have a matte finish on this. Instead, we've got a crystal clear finish on it, and the sides are really quite slippery. They don't have the same TPU feel, that kind of grippy TPU feel that you have on the others. But other than that, basically the same case. You do have a little bit of a bump out here in the corners to give you more protection for your screen, so that's good. And it's really quite an attractive case. So it's easy to get on. You do have a little bit tighter fit here than on the matte black version, so there is some give over your buttons, but not nearly as much. Overall, I think that we have a better fit on this case than we do on the black version. And you got a decent amount of protection here going around your screen. Again, you do have those bump outs here in the corners. Got asymmetrical port openings, just like on the other ones. That's excellent. Got some TORRAS branding going up the sides, and again, very little grip here. It's definitely going to slide easily in and out of pockets and handbags, but I don't find that this version feels very secure in the hands. Buttons, nice and responsive. These do have a slit button design, but other than that, they're fine. And then going here to our mute switch area, just the same size as the others. No issues, I think, for most people. Here's our view from the top, and then going to the side. Everything looks lovely. We have some branding here for their airbags for the protection, and a nice responsive button here on the side. Looking at the back, you gotta say this is a beautiful case, crystal clear, everything looks lovely. But again, this material here on the back is going to scratch and show fingerprints, so you got to be aware of that downside. I don't think that this case is going to have as much of an issue with yellowing because it seems like it's got a whole lot less TPU in it. So that's a pro, but it would definitely be a con in my book that it is a bit more on the slippery side. So got the same amount of protection here for your rear camera. That's excellent. And we have the same functionality here with the ring stand. So works great. Portrait, landscape, adjustable, very useful, and kind of a decent ring holder, although in my opinion it's too big. Folds nice and flat. Gives you full MagSafe functionality. And I think overall it's going to be a great case for you if you like clear cases and you don't have an issue with the fact that this might be on the slippery side. One final TORRAS clear case to look at is their MoonClimber case. So this one is unfortunately not MagSafe compatible. However, it does have a cool little stand. So this one is adjustable and all that. It's just at the bottom rather than around the ring area. And folds flat when not in use. The case is slim. It has a little bit of flex to it, but not a whole lot. You got TPU sides, and then the back is polycarbonate. And this is going to give you the same 10 feet of drop protection. Putting your phone in this case is extremely easy. Just start on your left-hand side, then push on your right-hand corners. Once on, we have quite a loose fit on here. You got a lot of give over your buttons. You got considerable give over your port openings and some give at the top as well. So I don't think that that is ideal. However, looking at the amount of lip we have, the lip is decent, so you've got the same lip arrangement that you do on the UPro Ostand cases we were looking at, so a little bit higher lip here in all four corners, and then slightly lower lip around the sides. I think that your screen should be decently protected here. Then looking down here at the bottom, you can see we've got asymmetrical port openings for an asymmetrical port design, and then you've also got plenty of space here for third-party lightning cables if you want to be using those. So going around the sides, you've got a TPU grip here on the sides, so this case has a decent amount of grip, and it's crystal clear, definitely showing off the beauty of your iPhone. Going up here to our buttons, so the buttons again have the same sort of slip button design that you see with the UPro Ostand cases, so they may let dirt and dust in over time, but they're quite responsive. And then going here to our mute switch area, no issues in accessing it for most people. Looking at the view from the top, everything looks good here, although I do remain concerned about this fit. There's really too much give here. Then going over to the side button, again, nice and responsive. Looking at the back of the case, I'm so sad to see that there is no MagSafe ring here. I really love MagSafe, and personally I would not use a case that doesn't have MagSafe, but not everyone loves MagSafe or has MagSafe chargers, and if you are not a fan of MagSafe or just don't care, then I think that this is going to be just fine for you. And you do have this stand functionality. So this is going to fold out, give you different angles, work really quite well. You can also use it in portrait, although it's pretty tippy in portrait. I would definitely go and use it in landscape instead. Folds nicely flat when not in use, although it does stick up a bit. So it's not completely flat in the same way that you have with the UPro Ostand cases, where that ring really does go pretty much completely flat. But this one is actually pretty noticeable underneath your fingertips. So some people are not going to like that, but it does feel nice and sturdily made. And as far as protection for your rear camera, everything looks good there, no issues. You're definitely going to have lay on the table design protection for your rear camera in this case. Nice slim form factor, 10 feet of drop protection. Really cute case here from TORRAS. Again, we've been looking at a variety of iPhone 14 Pro cases by TORRAS. So we've looked at TORRAS's UPro Ostand Hue cases. That's their newest model. It's currently not available on Amazon yet, but it is available on TORRAS's website, and the price is $50.99. And then you have their older model, which is the UPro Ostand. This one's available both via TORRAS's website as well as from Amazon, and the price is currently $34.99. And then you have the MoonClimber case, which is the last one we looked at. This one is available both from TORRAS directly as well as from Amazon, and it is $24.99 on Amazon's website and $29.99 directly from TORRAS. So really nice cases. Many thanks to the kind folks at TORRAS for sending them out to me to review. If you have any questions about these cases or anything else, please feel free to put them in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to answer them. And do consider subscribing if you haven't already, so that you don't miss out on any of my upcoming videos. Again, this is Kristen with the Tech Reviewer. Thanks so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.